We've got an easy one coming up for this evening. It's been raining all day and we just want something quick, tasty, nice to fill us up. It's prawns fried with Chinese cabbage, which you have with rice and which is yummy. Here are the ingredients. It's going to be a quick one tonight. There, we have the Chinese cabbage. We're cooking for 2 people here. And of course, a certain amount of stalk and other endings and stuff of the Chinese cabbage tend to get jettisoned. Anyway, you've got a Chinese cabbage that you think is about the right size for 2 people to eat. We love cabbage. Then you've got your seasoning, which is much the same as usual. A good tablespoonful of oyster sauce. A couple of teaspoons, almost a tablespoonful of soy sauce, the usual teaspoon of chicken stock powder, 3 nice, tasty, healthy, robust, ripe cloves of garlic, 150 mils of crystal clear mineral water, and then we have the prawns. We're very lucky in Thailand because we get decent prawns that are fresh. Frozen ones are not really quite so nice because they're full of chemicals and they're usually very, very small. These ones are about 3 inches long, each of them, and 3 per person is quite enough. Right, that's all we need. So first of all, we're going to prepare the garlic and the Chinese cabbage. Right, so there's the cabbage, beautifully prepared. I must be honest here, I'm not big on stalk in this sort of thing. I think it was because I had too much stalk when I was small and thin. Now I'm very fat and I like leaves. Anyway, that's beautifully prepared. And so is the garlic, which has been chopped here. Not tiny, but enough. And so we're ready to proceed. First of all, in goes the garlic into the oil, which is much the same as usual, the oil. That much oil in the wok on a medium sort of heat. And that goes in there and gets a bit of a round the block, as they say, to get it all ready and get it heated up and open up those cells to release the lovely, lovely flavour of garlic, which we all absolutely adore here. So that's the garlic, and in a minute, round about now, I think, in goes the prawns. Right, the prawns zoom in. The garlic's browning already, as you can see. Once again, you see our lovely blue plastic plates, which I adore. So handy. And we've had them for 12 years. So they're more than single use. Multiple. Zoom on the prawns. And now there's a bit of a trick here, because if you leave the prawns in for too long, they tend to cook and get very, very hard. So what we do here is to, as soon as they've pinkened up a bit and lost their grey hue, we whip them out. And one by one, we leave the garlic in there to brown even more, which is okay. And we whip the prawns out onto a piece of beautiful white porcelain. There is even quality here, you know, beautiful white porcelain. Out comes those prawns, which you can see is actually quite a lot for 2 people. And in goes the cabbage. Zoom. And cabbage, as you know, the moment you start cooking it, it wilts. And it goes down to almost nothing. And it needs a good stir around. Otherwise, the garlic gets too brown on the bottom. But that's all right, because the flavour's coming out, and lots of Thai food includes deep-fried garlic, which is absolutely gorgeous anyway. So it doesn't really matter if one's had it a bit hot. And the cabbage is wilting a bit, so it needs to be kept stirring to reduce it all down a bit. And then you pop in the seasoning, the oyster sauce, and there's the oyster sauce going in. Oysters never moved so fast, did they? If they moved at all. And in goes the fish sauce as well. No, it's not fish sauce. No, I'm wrong. It's soya sauce. In goes the soya sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Stir it around. Spread the flavour. And then a sprinkling of the stock powder over the top, followed by the 150 millilitres of water, because the cabbage releases water as well. And of course, with water, you know, for those people who like lots of sauce, you can always add more water. For those people who like it more sort of grungy and tight, well then you don't need to have so much water. It's one thing that the water, of course, is can be varied according to however you feel. So we give it a minute or so there to keep it cooking and soften the stalk, for those of you who still want to crunch but not chip your enamel. As I've mentioned before on some cooking, for those of us with few, if any, teeth left, the soft, gentle leaves are the easiest for processing before slipping down into the stomach. But some people like to hack their way through the stalk during their meal. Yes. My wife is being particularly quiet at this minute. So there we go. That's that. And when you feel that it's all looking absolutely yummy, and that the cabbage is to your liking, then of course one can re-add the prawns. And in they go. There's nothing worse than really, really hard prawns, so this is a very good tip. Whip them out so they don't get too much cooking, because they get beautifully reheated once they're re-added to the mixture here, and it takes them from being too soft maybe to being just how you want when it's served up. And that's it. So now it goes zoom into a nice Japanese plate with cats on it. And look at that. Of course, then all you need is beautiful jasmine rice, Thai jasmine rice, unquestionably the most lovely rice in the world, and a smile of satisfaction. Thank you all very much.